Easy.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Blame Your Brother, episode 167, I believe. Yes, that's what that says. 167. We are back once again to entertain you. We are streaming the show live at blameyourbrother.tv, so come watch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is streamed on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. So go do that, blameyourbrother.tv. There are three of us that come to you. I am one third of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, the spiritual midget, and I sit here next to this gentleman I'm pointing at. The man to my left, it's my brother, it's Lee.
What up, everyone? It is the real Nick Nickum, and of course, the one and only LeBron Safety Pin.
And then we got this guy, sits to the right of me, it's John.
Hey everybody, John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon, Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman.
They do a madman.
Okay, he's a madman.
All right, so we're here. We got the chats going strong tonight. We got Robin, Jason, Glenda, Jeffrey. People are popping in. So like I said, come hang out with us as we do the show. But if you missed the live chat, and as you know, you're already listening, you can grab it on all podcast platforms. So that's that, and we start the show. If you're a regular listener, you know how we started off. Apologies, retractions, omissions, a chance to go back and take back anything we said from last week's show that we thought went off the rails, went off the line. Lee, is there anything you need to step forward for and apologize?
Well, before I tell you guys what you should be apologizing for,
All right,
I just want to say
right.
I'm so happy to be here tonight. It's a pleasure doing this podcast with you guys.
Okay.
So let's get started. Are there any apologies you want to fess up before I tell you what your apology
Well,
should
I literally
be?
just ask if you.
I know you're not going to have an apology, so we'll start with you.
Okay.
What does it say?
Go
here?
ahead. What does it say?
I think
Pull
here,
out the minutes.
I think you have to apologize for your reference to the man of the house
I don't even know what
and
that is.
talking about hot
What-
French women.
There's nothing. What? You think the French women want me to apologize for calling them hot? John, would you think the French women that listen would want me to take back that?
The French women that listen
Yes.
are not upset.
Thank you.
What about the ones that don't?
They're probably upset too. We have downloads in France. We have a European download base, which still shocks me this day that people in Europe actually download the show and listen. It is
Okay, while you were in France,
Yes.
did you pass out any
no.
swag?
No.
Any business cards?
No.
Did you at least wear your shirt?
I did underneath the sweater. It was cold
Did you
over there.
graffiti somewhere?
No.
Okay, so maybe that's what you should be
I mentioned
apologizing
it.
for.
I mentioned it on Twitter. I was like, damn, I should have brought some stickers with me. And J. Rob, our friend of the show, goes, you better not do that. The police do not play over there. They will lock you up for vandalism.
You could have gotten a scarf and like wrapped it around your mouth and face, you know?
Have you lost?
That would have been a double win.
Have you lost your damn mind? What the hell are you talking about
You
right
know,
now?
like a hooligan.
A little bit of the bubbly Lee's obviously have been drinking.
A hooligan.
All right. Is that all you got? Is that all you got for me?
That's all I got for you.
All right,
John,
John.
is there anything?
I confused the word caveat and caveat.
Caveat? Caveat's
That's
not
it.
even a word.
I know, that's the problem.
You made up a word.
He's making up words over here.
Is there anything you...
Okay, before we move on, John, I think if there's one thing that you literally have to apologize for, it's for not watching The Masked Singer.
I know. What's the deal? I mean, I'm reading updates on the show every week, and I can't talk
I
to you
hope
about
that
them.
the first thing you're going to say is, I'm caught up.
I'm not.
Oh, John. This is
only-
worse than an apology.
I only watched the show with my wife, and we just didn't have time to.
Okay,
get
well,
together
she's
and
here
sit down and
listening.
watch.
She's in the chat.
We're gonna stream the show now. You want to watch it right
you
now?
You want to throw some apologies, chat? Let's hear what you have to apologize for, starting with Robin.
Yeah, well, Robin. I'm sure she's broken up inside that we didn't watch The Masked Singer this past week.
Look, you might have to make a few sacrifices in your marriage. You know, you might have to split
For The Masked Singer.
for The Masked Singer. We need these updates, John.
I
That's
will
all
say,
I'm saying.
Here's what I'll say about last week. I got a text from a person that listens to the show, and this is what they had to say about last week's show. Said, just listen to last night's show. My favorite one y'all have ever done. So many great topics. I wanted another hour.
Okay.
There's a couple people that said that about last week's show.
But when you text yourself and lie about it,
Well,
it's a little embarrassing.
I will say you could look.
What you
No,
can't name names?
It's bring your dad a beer.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
So there you go. Yeah, he loved it. A couple people said it was really good. Jeffrey, your nephew, said it was really good. So
Okay, one out of 5 laugh tracks. What would you give last week's episode?
5 out of 5.
5. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I mean, mainly because I supported the show. It was like my journey, you know.
Yeah.
So
well. I'm sorry for
Here-
being here with you.
well, here's
We
what
need-
I want to do.
We
I
need a laugh track sound drop.
yeah, I want
Okay.
to. I want to apologize for another podcast. I don't want to apologize for myself.
Okay.
But I listened to this podcast. Number one, let's call some people out. Number one, Bring Dad a Beer is taking some time off. Unacceptable. This is the podcast grind, okay? So I know you're listening. Get back in it. But that's not who I'm calling out. I listen to this podcast called Cobras and Fire. And I know one of them listens for sure. So hopefully he listens to this episode. And they talked about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which we talked about. And they went through each person and whether they thought they should be in and what they thought about them. And then they got to Notorious B.I.G.
Uh-oh.
And the things they said almost made me die because I was on the road and almost veered off the side of the road because they had the audacity and the nerve
Oh boy.
of anyone that knows anything about rap knows the Notorious B.I.G. If he's not the greatest of all time, he is in the damn top 5 without a question. Anyone that is a rap fan has to put him in the top 5. They had the nerve to say this guy was overrated, one of the most overrated rappers of all time. Nothing good about him, nothing unique. He sucks.
Are you sure they didn't say overweighted?
Oh, pretty good. I think that's absurd. I caught it. I don't know.
That's a surprise coming from Lee.
A fat joke. So
Yeah.
write that down for your podgy for next week. Can you imagine the nerve of this?
Okay, what did they
Can
say?
you-
They just said he was overrated. That's
They
it?
said he is the most overrated rapper.
I like it when you call me Big Pop.
Now, I know
Okay,
you don't know much about
and
rap.
be
You
a
think it's a fun
plug.
little genre with nothing going on in it. John, you don't know much. But as a rap fan,
Okay, would you-
aficionado,
okay, let's not focus on the negative of what they said.
they said nothing good about the man.
I know. I'm giving you an opportunity to tell us what makes Biggie Smalls the man.
So when you take these corny ass rappers that started the thing, and I'm not blaming them. Like when we start with what the Run DMC and the Sugar Hill and all that stupid shit
Ice
that was
Cube.
out. I mean even
MC
maybe
Hammer.
Ice Cube. These guys were corny as hell, dude. Okay, they were corny.
rap.
They were trying to push the genre. They didn't have the skills. It would be like there were bands before the Beatles that probably played stuff the Beatles played, but they didn't have the extra oomph to make it as the Beatles, right? Notorious B.I.G. come in the 90s, made rap the most relevant genre of all time, and you can argue from that point forward almost killed rock and roll because after the West Coast, East Coast thing, rock and roll has been dead. There has not
Okay.
been any. Name me a great
So
rock
he
and
might
roll
not
band.
have killed rock and roll, but he definitely killed Tupac, right?
No, he died first, so that would have been hard for him to kill.
Well, I mean, not directly, but he had his
Oh,
boys
well.
kill
Or did
Tupac.
he?
So yes, I mean that it was real. His rapping, his storytelling, his swag, the beat. They were making. Oh, he's produced by Puff Daddy. Well, you know why Puff Daddy is a billionaire or whatever the hell he is, a millionaire? Because the man can produce. Do I like him?
I like P.
I don't.
Diddy.
I don't like him,
I
but
like P. Diddy.
but he's a good producer.
You don't like P. Diddy? How could you not like P.
Do
Diddy
I
but
like
like
him?
Biggie?
I don't like his rapping. He sucks. I think Mace sucked. But the point is, Biggie was so good, he made those guys have a career that went on after his death. And I think that if you don't know anything about rap, you probably shouldn't be talking about it.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your 80s Kiss and
Stay in your lane.
Judas Priest and all these shit-ass bands you're
Stay in
talking
your
about.
lane.
And let's be honest, these bands sucked. Do you like Judas Priest? Do you like Iron Maiden? Do you like all that bullshit heavy metal? Do you like it, Lee? I'm pointing to you. Do you like all that music? No. John, do you like
No.
it? No, it's you know why we don't like it? Because it sucks. It's no good. Okay.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that one.
How dare you? This is a public. This is for everyone out there. Biggie's better than any 80s metal band that's ever come out. Kiss, Poison, Motley Crue, Cinderella, Whitesnake, whatever dumbass name you come up with, he's better than all of them. If the man doesn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it is broken. It doesn't work.
The Rock and Roll Flame is definitely broken.
And you know
the
who
title alone.
Do you know who the number one vote getter is now for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? We talked it was Pat Benatar. Oh, it's not Pat Benatar anymore. Do you know who it is?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
It's go marching, bow, 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 bow. Dave Matthews Band.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
can see
God, dude! What you think they belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
We already had this discussion, and the answer was yeah.
Oh my God! All right, I just had to call out another podcast.
That's cool, man.
Maybe I'll call out one every week. So who knows?
Maybe.
I
Or
just think
go
that's
ahead, call
absurd.
them all out right now. Just keep going.
In the chat, Biggie isn't better than Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. Come on, man. They're not even. I don't know anything about Depeche Mode really. I know they got Personal Jesus and.
Okay, well, before we go too far, we did have a question come in from the live chat that I
Okay.
wanted to ask you. So,
Go ahead.
Best Love Comes says, wants to know what our take on YouTube's new rules to make everything kid-friendly. I don't know if you've seen this or not. You have to, like, when you sign up for a YouTube video, you have to, like, say, yes, this video is intended for kids, or no, this video is not intended for kids, or I have no idea, and then you get into La La Land, I guess. But basically, they're saying, like, you know, they're going to start cracking down on kid content. They're going to, like
Like all of it, everything.
Everything.
The entire platform has to be kid friendly.
No.
No.
You just have to indicate whether your
well,
stuff is
okay.
kid friendly or not.
I mean, I understand it because when I look at my kids, the only thing they watch is YouTube. They don't watch network TV. They don't even watch movies. YouTube played at the house 24/7 a day, pretty much, if you would let them. So I understand it. You're trying. We're old. We're dying. We don't want to admit it. We're clinging on talking about Biggie. My kids could care less about Biggie or any current music star today.
I heard they're big Dave Matthews fans.
No, they're not. They'd be kicked out of my house. The thing is, they love YouTube. And YouTube's going to replace what we know as media very soon, or going to, or maybe already has.
I would say already.
You know?
has, maybe.
So their effort to protect it, I understand. I get it. You know, like, you know.
Well, what is the worst thing you've ever seen on YouTube as far as like.
I saw a man die on YouTube. Got shot by a police officer, a black man, and bled out in the
Did
street.
they remove the video?
No, it's still there today.
Would you not want your kids to see that?
I don't think I would, no. Like, let them enjoy
I hope
life a
your
little
kids
bit.
are more woke than you are.
So I was riding with my son to the store yesterday, and I've learned that my son is me, like a junior version of me. So everything he says, like I already know what he's going to say, and it frustrates me because I know I would say it, and it's like, kid, just listen to me.
That has to be really difficult for you.
Just listen to me, kid.
Now you know how everyone else feels.
But-
sucks, doesn't it?
So it's a beautiful thing.
Are you
so
sure?
yes, I love it. He will be probably a great man one day. He'll do great things. I'm leading
So
him.
eventually he'll break the trend.
Yes, I'm leading him where I wasn't led, but that's not where I'm going. So we're driving in the car and we're talking about school or whatnot. And he goes, we drive past a KFC and he goes, Dad, do you like KFC? And I went, yeah, I like KFC, sure. It's not my favorite. It's not my top 10, but whatever. He goes, well, there's this one black kid in our class, and he goes, he says that every. That's what he said. The black kid said. This is not my son saying. This is my son saying what the
maybe
black
you
kid.
shouldn't have told this story.
This is what my son said the black kid in his class said.
Okay. Now we're all excited.
He goes, every black person loves KFC and Popeyes. And I went, well, I think he was just kind of joking. He goes, no, he was very serious when he said that's what they're going to eat for Thanksgiving. I know he was definitely joking with you. Then I had to explain to him where the stereotype of black people liking fried chicken came from, which, I mean, I kind of know some of it, but I don't know that I'm
So
really
you purposely
familiar.
misled your kids.
No, I just
By
told him
filling
that
them information that you really didn't know.
the slaves back in the day got the leftover, like the whole watermelon thing. You know, they were that, and chicken was the kind of leftover food, so they gave them and where they can make it. That's why a lot of like pig's feet and the pig snout and the leg and all that toes, all that stuff is in black culture, like chitlins and things like that. It's because it's all they had, and so I think society just kept going with it, and now it's a stereotype that sticks this day. But that's hard to explain to like an 11-year-old child, like, well, that's a stereotype, and and it's not necessarily a good thing. But isn't it odd that the only way he would ever known that is he has one black kid in his class who happened to say that, and that kind of stuck with him. I just thought that was kind of weird,
So did you pull over and get some fried chicken?
Popeyes was closed. But I did have the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
I thought you were driving by KFC.
They're right next to each other.
I don't
in
even
Spring
get
Hill,
the-
they're literally right next to each other. To upplay even more of the damn stereotype, they're literally right across the street from each other. Like, we got two fried chicken
hold on a
places.
second.
1, 2, and we got
Are
Bojangles.
Popeyes and KFC even in the same arena of food? I feel like
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big KFC fan. There's a number of reasons why. But there was a movie that came out many years ago. It was called, I don't know what the movie was. Some KFC, I can't think of the movie. But anyways, they had a chicken leg, and on the chicken leg was a rat tail hanging out of it. And now in my mind, whenever I eat a piece of like drumstick, I envision it with a rat tail hanging out of it, and it makes me want to throw up. And that's why I hate KFC, because it was some movie. I can't even remember what the movie was. It was the movie poster, and that has stuck with me to this day.
I always think of that musician Buckethead.
Yeah,
because he would put the KFC bucket on his head.
He was weird.
I was like, who does that? That's so weird.
So Adam Pewitt, that listens to the show, of Adam JP Show, that is his favorite musician of all time.
I get it. I mean, he's definitely
you get
talented. Yeah, the guy, he made like a song every day for a year or something and streamed it.
I don't know. That's his favorite.
I don't know. Musicians are cool people,
All right. Well, there we go.
But still, that's what I think of.
So
at least I don't think of rat tails, I guess.
I know. Disgusting. Anyways, from the chat, have you watched the documentary Evolution of Hip Hop? If you haven't, it's worth it. So Cobras and Fire, go watch that documentary. I've got a little present I'm going to send those guys in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But anyway,
okay, so I was having a discussion.
Okay.
So this weekend we went to the hibachi. I don't know if you guys like hibachi, but
I love hibachi.
We probably eat there at least once a month, right? So love the hibachi. But we pulled up to our usual hibachi spot. It was full, so we had to go find another hibachi. So it brings this conundrum up. The hibachi that I go to is a very unclean, dirty place. Let's just be frank. But the food is wonderful. It's probably the best hibachi in Nashville. So we went to another hibachi restaurant, which was clean, but the food wasn't very good. So what would be your preference if you were faced with a restaurant? Would you rather go to a dirty restaurant with good food, or would you rather go to a clean restaurant with bad food?
What level dirty we talking here?
I mean, it's not rat tails hanging out of a bucket or nothing.
There was a Mexican buffet in West Nashville, and I went there a few years ago, and while there in the restaurant, we saw roaches.
That's not that dirty.
But the food was off the chain.
That's bad for a buffet, though.
Yeah, and so
at least with hibachi, they're making it in front of you.
I didn't go back.
So you're going to the clean with bad food?
I mean, the level there. If I hadn't have seen the roaches, I'd have probably gone back.
I feel like that's a filthy restaurant, not just dirty. That's filthy.
Bad, yeah.
Okay,
so just dirty.
Just dirty. Yeah, I'd probably. It's about the food. So
Okay.
yeah, I'd go where the food was better.
I'm a man of the people. I love dirty. I don't want clean. I don't want some clean ass, rich, bougie. Oh, son, let me put your napkin on your lap. No, I like the Dives. I like Waffle House. I love Hermitage Cafe. I like It's shit being nasty, dude. I
Have
want to
you
get down. I like Prince's Hot Chicken. I like Bolton's. You walk in those places, you don't think this place is clean. This place is a
Have you
shithole.
ever been to a restaurant where they put a napkin in your lap?
Hell yeah, I have.
Where?
Rich ass white people
Which
trying
restaurant
to push this
did you
agenda.
go to where they put a napkin
Man, it was
in
some
your lap?
steakhouse I went to. I swear to God they did. They go,
I would
"Sir,
love
would
that
you like
shit."
to put the napkin in your
I would be like,
lap?"
yes. I'd be like, in fact, now that you've done it, I have to use the restroom. So please hold my.
I would like
napkin.
you never to look at me again, sir. I hate fancy restaurants. I hate rich people. I hate rich things. I hate going to fancy restaurants. I want to, like I said, you go to Bolton's down on 8th Avenue. Man, it's a mess. It is a mess. Like, dude, my house was cleaner than this. But the food is good. Best. Prince's was never clean. Never. You looked at this place going, how'd they get a 70 on the
It was kind of weird.
score? I mean, this place is up. But the food, man, I'm not
The food is
there.
good.
Now, if I'm seeing roaches crawl the food, bro, I got to everybody got to go on that one.
That's filthy.
That's a little bit different. But
Y'all got roaches.
I don't like bougie restaurants. I mean, I just don't, man. I'm down with the peeps. Like
I am too, man. Like that's why it blows my mind. I'm like, we can never come back to this restaurant because the food is not good.
Yeah. It's
Now, if the restaurant was clean and the food was good, I would still prefer clean and good.
but usually clean and good ain't the same. You got to get dirty. You got to
You
get
don't think
in
you can
the
have
dirt, man.
You don't think you can have a clean restaurant and good
Name
food?
them. Name them. I just named a whole bunch.
I feel like
go
I've
to.
been to like Fleming's before and
Oh,
had
that's
extra-
okay. Well, yeah. Well, we don't all make 7 figures like you do, brother, man. I mean, me and John, we're living with the common folks here, brother. I don't know what you're making.
You've never been to a nice
yeah.
steakhouse before?
I used to go every year on our anniversary.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
I've
there
been
you
to
go.
Fleming's. I've been to Ruth Chris. I've been to Sperry's. I've been
See, here's the thing. You're calling me out, and I've never been to any of those places.
bullshit.
I've been to Fleming's once in my life.
I don't believe that. I don't
Well,
believe that.
You may not
I
believe
can't prove it,
but
but
it's
I don't
true.
believe it. Okay.
Look,
Where do we go for your little bachelor party? Morton's. Overrated.
Yeah,
Get
Morton's
out of
was
here.
overrated, but
Stockyard.
here's the thing.
Overrated. Get out of here.
You're trying to sit here and pretend like you're not bougie.
No,
And you don't want the napkin. And here you are naming off. I've been to Ruth Chris. I've been to
I
Fleming's.
went
I've been
one time.
every
What
year
a-
on my
I think
anniversary.
I'm starting to get a theme from David. He complains about stuff that's bougie, but he keeps going to these
Yep,
things.
that's
I
what
went
I'm
to this
saying.
white wedding and they had.
Yep. That's
So-
John hit the nail on
so-
the head on this one.
So my wife gets
Oh,
invited.
darn.
to
My wife.
I gotta go to a nice fancy steakhouse again, boo hoo.
Oh, that's my wife. I don't like steakhouses. Actually, I told my wife I don't even like steak. If you want the truth, I do not like steak. It's a public commission here. I don't like it. I don't. It's
This guy.
overrated.
This guy.
Lobster again.
Hey, you
Don't
guys
look at me, Mr. Napkin. When you place the napkin on my lap, don't look at me.
Golden Corral, one of my favorites of all time. Mark it down. My wife will not go to Golden Corral. I would go there every week if I could.
What would you get? What's your favorite at the Golden Corral?
Everything. Everything, man.
One of each,
nothing,
please.
Nothing bad there. Texas Steakhouse, that's all right. That's kind of in the middle right there. I mean, I'll do a Texas Steakhouse.
Yeah, I really like Logan's, and like
That's middle. All right.
people people would ask me where I want to go, and I want to go Logan's, and then we go and they don't like it, and they give me a hard time for it. I'm like, if you guys didn't want to go to Logan's, then why did you say you okay?
Well, Logan's is kind of a shithole, truthfully. I mean,
I know, but
I
That's
mean,
fine.
if you had a choice between Logan's and Applebee's, I mean,
Oh, Logan's.
You take Logan's.
yeah, I mean, Applebee's is bad. Yeah, I guess if you're ranking them, yeah. I mean, you got Chili's, which I like better than Logan's. I think.
No,
Oh man.
I mean, I guess it's just a different
Chili's
genre.
has a bigger variety, so
Molten-
I've got to agree with that.
molten lava cake. One of, and listen to what I'm saying.
Molten lava cake at
I'm-
Chili's.
I'm not trying to be
Is
hyperbole
the
here.
top of the food pyramid.
It
for
is
you?
one of my favorite foods of all time. All
They're pretty
time.
good. It's pretty.
Oh,
good.
it's not. It's fantastic, dude. I mean, it's so good. You go to some of these bougie places, and they're trying to have like the same thing smaller. Good thing number one about the molten lava shake, it is freaking huge. It is massive. It is. It comes on a plate like holy crap, dude. I can eat it all. You go to these fancy, rich places that yes, I do go to them once. Hey,
That's
gotcha.
okay.
Don't ever. Hey,
a
don't ever.
week.
I wish. I mean, I wish I had the mind to do it. I probably would change my mind. But that is the best dessert, Barn. What is the best dessert you've ever had then? Because the best dessert I've ever had, while you think, is actually the fried Snickers from the fair every year.
Really?
It is the
Fried
best
Snickers?
damn dessert in the universe.
How do you even fry Snickers?
Oh my God,
crazy.
I would kill somebody. Like if there was one left in the world, and they're like, you got to kill somebody just to get. Let's do it. Bring them to me. You get in a pit like in the the Roman
They play the
days.
Star Trek. And
2 men enter.
Okay, so what is
One man eats Snickers.
Just thinking. I mean, obviously, you don't know off the top of your head. What is the best dessert?
I would
Or
probably
what is one
say
of,
my wife
Oh,
makes
okay.
a listen.
John, what is the best dessert you've ever had? That's actual
a condensed
true.
milk Heath poke cake.
Okay, John. So we're talking real here, me and John. What is the best dessert you've ever had? That's not your wife's cooking.
If I gave you this cake, you would never eat another fried Snickers.
My
in your life.
wife. Okay, how about nothing that's your wife's? How about no wife's cake? Besides that, something that the rest of the world can get. Go ahead.
I like flower pot cake.
What is that? Is it pot?
It's
You roll it up and smoke it, man.
it's
Yeah, dude.
crumpled up Oreos, layer of chocolate pudding, another
Okay,
crumpled
I've
up
had that before.
Oreos, then vanilla pudding. It's just layered with
Okay,
a bunch
I've
of
had that
Oreos
before.
and
It's
stuff.
alright. It's alright.
That and I love like a really good banana pudding.
Oh, that's good right there.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, really
you don't
good.
give us a little history.
No, we'll have to get the mayor.
Oh,
Let's get the
no.
mayor back on board for that. He can tell us that. But the lava cake, you ain't joking about that.
All right, so what's your final answer at the end of the day? Like,
I can bounce back between all three.
What'd
of
you say
those.
yours is? Go ahead. Look at the camera.
Heath poke cake.
Okay. What is it? Again, go ahead. I wasn't listening.
Condensed milk,
It's
Heath
like
bars.
I don't like Heath bars, so
Well, then
I'm
you probably
out.
wouldn't like this.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
German chocolate cake is pretty
Oh,
good too, with the coconut and stuff.
disgusting. Oh,
He hates coconut.
Hey, we know that his taste. If anyone's listened for the past 30 minutes, they know this man has no class or taste. Okay?
I have no class. That's for sure. You heard that here first. Taste, I have tons of it. Yeah, coconut should be banned, and pineapple. Ban them both. Get 'em
banned.
outta here.
Just banned.
I took a Ancestry.com test.
Oh, did that come back
yeah.
yet?
Not yet.
Are you like?
I think 2 weeks. It's coming back.
Who
and
did you go with? Because one of the companies sells their data to the government and stuff.
All of
Or
them.
whoever.
Who cares?
You
Clone
don't
me.
care?
Clone me. I
I'm
said,
sure you know one's trying to clone
you know what my dream would be? If they clone me and I end up, like you've seen Star Wars and they like the clone troopers are the ones who take over the planet, kill everybody. I would be cool with me being that guy. Like the third power comes in and it's all clones of me. I'm cool with that. At least I've made a mark in history. But anyway, would you be cool with that? If they cloned you and then you were like clone troopers and they took over and
I don't think I'd be cool with that.
Okay, Lee, would you be cool with that?
It's clones taking over.
They're you though. They're all you. It's clones of you.
Would I be okay with clones of myself taking over?
Yeah, you're.
Hell yeah, man. I would be completely okay with that. Are you kidding? That would be amazing.
That's what I said. It'd be the best. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but I'm not. I would love it.
That's not why the government is stealing your DNA, just so you know.
I got the 3rd degree from a coworker who gave it to me. She's like, if you really want to do it after everything, yes, give me the damn box. Okay,
What
so.
did she tell you, though? What's the thing?
Oh, in some parts of Korea or China, they're using it to, segregate a certain religious group and off them. And
Didn't
hey,
even think
man,
about
you
that.
know what? I mean,
How does your DNA determine what religious group you're in?
It's like if you're like
I mean,
in
if
the
you're
Civil
just
War.
straight up Jew or
it's
Yeah,
Muslims,
exactly. If
I
it's got
believe,
in your
but
blood, generational.
brother.
They hate you.
I wasn't listening. I was just thinking, the whole time she was talking, I was just like, this is going to be so cool to find out what I am.
So how long does this take to come in?
About 4 or 6 weeks. I got 2 weeks left, but I can guarantee you that there's nothing going to be from like the Caribbean, or like the tropical isles, because I hate everything. Like, what's those drinks that people get?
Sex on the beach.
Mai Tais?
Yeah, but then keep going. What's some more of those? Like pina coladas. Oh, those make me want to
Well,
throw
it's
up.
Because you just got the
Coconut
two
in
things
it.
that you don't like.
Oh, what's in it? What's in
Coconut and
Coconut and
pineapple.
it? Oh,
pineapple.
well, that's crazy. I don't like it. That's a very good reason. So I hate everything
What?
about that. I never knew it was in. I don't drink it. So anyway, I would be surprised if that happened.
I
But
hate steak tartare. Wonder why.
From
You
the
don't like
chat.
steak.
I hate steak tartare. Fried Milky Way from the Renfest is Lynn Sparrow's favorite dessert.
Hey.
you don't know what you're missing.
I've had fair food.
Now,
it's not that great.
Now, Festlove is saying Sperry's creme brulee. Now, you really gonna come at him like you came at me?
No, I'm not gonna come at Festlove because he's not an idiot.
We hope not.
You know what? I did think of something.
He does not seem like he is, but you know.
I did
don't
think
know
of
the
something
man.
that I like better than the Oreo cake.
Yes, go ahead.
Carvel's ice cream cakes. I love them.
I love them.
I
I will
love them
marry
very-
them. We will
yes.
be together.
Yes, I love them.
Could you just see John like in a
Yes.
bed with ice cream cake?
No,
like,
I don't.
Just
I
stacks
don't.
of them.
No,
Please don't.
no, I don't want.
Stop that, okay?
I don't want to picture it. I don't want to see it in any kind
That's
of
what we're
order.
doing for your birthday. We're filling a baby full of Carvel ice
All right.
cream cake.
You know what? We have got to. Did you know? This is
What are we-
unscripted. This is unscripted.
Obviously.
We love superheroes, right? I mean, you love them.
Love them.
Like if there was
the only thing
if there
I
was a
care
real
about.
Batman, like if there was a real Batman in Nashville, like legit. Don't you think you like? I know I would be obsessed with him. Like I would want to know who he was, what he was up to. Did you know there is a superhero in the city of Nashville? Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know there is a? You got to play this video, man. I know we normally don't play the video. This video, play the audio. Have you watched this, John?
I heard about it on the radio.
Sit back
like
and
Captain
enjoy
America,
this.
but he doesn't
I'm not
call
even going to
himself a
talk.
superhero.
Enjoy this.
Photojournalist Dan Blum.
You not talking? Yes.
The man known as the Shadow Patriot, Nashville's citizen hero.
Nashville in the daytime it's a fun place to be. It's family, it's history,
Family history.
it's really incredible buildings, it's communities, and it's all types of people.
Is this the
That's
Shadow
Nashville
Patriot
that I
talking
see.
right now?
As the sun goes down,
We've got to get this
all
guy on the
those things
podcast.
take on
Please,
a
I would love
grayer
to.
tone and
You don't even know what you're getting into
sometimes
yet.
Do we have to go commit a
bad,
crime? And
sometimes dangerous.
Whoever put
There
this
are
video
problems,
package together
and
deserves an
that's
award.
where
It's
the
so.
Shadow Patriot
Why
comes
it started, dude. This is like a movie you're about to watch. You hear all the sound effects? Here comes the music. Here we go. Just wait for it, dude. Yeah.
I'm the
It's a
Shadow
porno.
Patriot. My creed,
That's a street musician.
my motto is serve, protect, inform, inspire. Shadow Patriot. I'm a citizen hero that patrols the streets of Nashville. Really? Really.
His name is Shadow Patriot.
I'm a citizen hero that patrols the streets of Nashville at night. During the day, I promote America. At night, I patrol downtown a lot. I patrol the pedestrian bridge. This bridge is having a problem now with women being attacked, so that's why I'm out here tonight. Downtown is getting a little bit rougher, and the police can't be everywhere.
That's
at the
literally
same
not
time.
true.
So I just kind of watch, keep fights down.
There you go.
After you, madam. Be careful. Be careful. It's crazy down here. Part of
Why?
being an American is protecting your neighborhood. So that's when the patrols started. Basically, they're just an extended version of a neighborhood watch. I walk the street. I keep my eyes open. Most people are ignorant of their surroundings. They'll walk down the street and not know who's behind them. I'm the Shadow Patriot.
Watch
Be
back,
careful
old
while
lady.
you're down here, all right?
I mean, people's reactions are the best part of this.
When I was young, I knew that someday I would do something like this. In
That
2014,
mustache
that's
is
when
not
I
real,
decided
right?
to take it all the way. Take upon myself
get
the
theories
hero
later.
ideal. I just decided I'm going to be a citizen hero. Nice to meet you.
America.
No, Shadow Patriot. Captain America is a fictional.
Okay, you're real.
You know, I'm real, yeah. I'm not a guy
real.
trying to
Real
emulate a
dorky.
comic book character. I don't want to call myself a superhero because I don't have superpowers. I'm no faster than you. I'm no stronger than you. I don't have radioactive blood. I'm just a regular guy. Folks, sorry, I stay anonymous. Anonymity is the first line of defense. People have tried to pull me into alleys, and
They probably
that's what all
have.
the armor and stuff is for.
Put you in alleys?
Yeah, none of this is about me.
They tried to
Nobody
pull him
knows
in
who I am.
alleys, but
There's
when
only
they
3
couldn't
or
stop
4
laughing,
people
so he
who
got
know
away.
My real identity. It's not about me. It's about the Shadow Patriot and promoting America. During the day, I promote America. You will see me walking with the flag. Remember a soldier.
Thank you. All right.
Since it's Memorial Day, we're kind of walking around passing out these little green army men, and I just pass them out and tell the recipient to remember a soldier, remember a soldier. I have had mothers of soldiers come to me crying, hugging me, and telling me thank you for
This is where David
remembering
says, "No,
their
you haven't."
children that
No,
are
they
in the
haven't.
service. I've had old veterans salute me. God bless
No,
you.
yeah.
All right, here.
Wave that flag with honor.
Remember your brothers. I'm a citizen hero that patrols the streets of Nashville. During the day, I try to take care of my homeless brothers, sisters. I deliver food and clothing to the homeless.
he's
Good to see
homeless?
you. You doing all right? Are you safe?
Trying to.
I mean, he's doing all this during the day and the night, so I mean,
He's one of my
the
regulars.
question is, does he have a job?
try to sell my papers and make enough
thought of
where I
all
can
this,
go
yes.
do my own shower.
If I brought soap to some of the homeless, would that be okay, or would they, or would you,
yeah.
or would you be offended by that?
Oh, no.
I don't have any food, but I got soap and shampoo.
I need some soap for my
Which is not. I'm not gonna knock
you
this
go.
part.
Do you
This
need
is
some soap
this
or
is
shampoo?
nice. I mean,
All right, rock
hero.
on. You be careful, okay?
Shadow
You got to
Patriot.
find out their stories. Are you out on the street tonight? Then you'll know how to help them. All right, God bless you, man. How are you?
I'm off the streets now,
Are you really?
and I got a J.O.B.
God bless you.
God bless you.
all right. So there we go. That is the Shadow Patriot, who apparently has been walking around Nashville for 5 years now. If you know me, I'm a downtown dude. I mean, I am in downtown quite a bit on my lunch break at work. I've never seen this guy, never heard of this guy. This guy, you would say, I met Shaq on the pedestrian bridge of downtown Nashville. Okay, so when things like this happen, you hear about him. I've never heard of this guy. I did some research. The guy's like in 4 social media posts ever. So what are your thoughts about this guy, Lee, the Shadow
He's on the
Patriot?
come up, obviously.
You think?
First Channel 5, now Blame Your Brother podcast. This dude's going to be, it won't be long before we'll see him patrolling the streets in his Patriot mobile.
I mean, what are theories about this guy? I mean, what are your thoughts, John? I mean, is this a pro or a con, really? This guy walking
I
around.
think he's a little touched.
I would now. The question was, is he homeless? The only reason I would say he's not homeless because it looks like there's some money put into this outfit. Now I know the people at home can't, so let's describe what he's wearing. All right, so he's got number one, a big handlebar mustache. Let's say that. So somebody actually said online, it's possible this could be Brett Withers.
No. Doesn't look anything like Brett Withers.
But he's got a big mustache. He's got big goggles, like kind of like if you know superheroes, kind of like the Night Owl from Watchmen. Okay, he has
I do like the goggles.
He has an army helmet on, like a dark black army helmet. Has tactical like gloves, a vest, a cape.
That's a catcher's, a baseball catcher's.
Could be
chest guard.
Yeah, he's got a chest guard. He walks around during the day with an American flag, like a massive one, So is this? I mean, you support this or not? I mean, is this cool or not? At the end of the day,
I mean, if he, like you said, if he's raising awareness for homelessness, that's awesome. I guess if he's raising awareness for veterans, that's awesome.
Okay.
If
Let's
he
talk about the night
actually-
activities. Let's
If
talk
he
about
actually stops any crime, that's cool.
He doesn't, though. You know he doesn't.
I don't know. He said he got pulled into an alley. Sounds like he stopped a crime against himself.
Everyone he met, everyone was like, really? What? Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, this guy, some of the stuff he says is a little bit alarming. Like anonymity is
I hope he has a scooter.
I think
at the very least, because he's gonna need to get around quickly.
Well, I
right?
guess, no, I don't.
I hope he has like a police radio scanner or something. I don't know. Like, what are the chances of you like walking around in
And see
downtown
a
Nashville
crime.
and see a crime? Maybe you should stick to more heavily
that's
crime areas.
See, my theory would be, I think he should go patrol Dodge City in the projects at night.
I mean, he would be dead
I mean,
before too long. But sure.
A hero never turns down an opportunity to help people. That is one of the big things of a superhero. So if he's a true superhero, I would love to get him on the podcast. I have so many questions for him. Number one, my theory is I believe he's probably on a list. I'm just going to say that. A certain list that you have to report to maybe a certain precinct every month and let them know where you're living. That's what a theory would be. Why else would you wear a mask? Okay, maybe he's done things to people he shouldn't have done.
No,
He had to go to jail
you
and
wouldn't
register.
be getting on the news.
Do you know who that dude is? John, do you know who that guy is?
I do know who that guy is. The Shadow Patriot.
I think,
citizen hero.
I think there are some prescription medications
Yeah.
that he's supposed to be taking
He didn't.
that he is not taking.
He didn't seem that loony, honestly. There used to be an entire TV show about like people being superheroes. Remember that? It was had like Stan Lee on it and stuff.
There were just they're not people actively going out. They're just
I
people
think
that
some
had
of them
like,
were.
no, most of them were just people that had like distinct talents.
I don't really think this guy is too actively going out. He's walking the pedestrian bridge and talking to people in downtown. That is something that we used to do.
That's true. Well, I did read that he was at a
We're
Trump
crime fighters.
That's true. He was at the Trump rally. Number one, I read that, and he was at Wizard World, which I figured he was. You know, I've been to Wizard World. Did I see this guy? Possibly. I mean, because you see a bunch of weird things there. This guy wouldn't register high on the weirdo thing at the Wizard World. Okay, I'd be like, what a loser. But you know, so I
$50 for a photo, please.
But here's what I say for this: if anyone knows this man, or if they know how to get in touch with him or anything, please let us know, because I do want to get him on this podcast. 100%. I'm not being funny.
We will come to you.
I mean,
or you could have your mom drop you off.
Okay, well, that's probably not gonna get him on the show. I guess he said he's a sex offender, not either. That's probably, or he's off his medication. Shadow Patriot.
Citizen hero, I understand you.
Here's your chance to show the world who you are. Not literally who you are, but who you are, your character. Prove us wrong. Come on the podcast. We're telling you, come on, let's see. We want you here.
$5 says that his real initials are SP.
SP? What's that mean?
Shadow Patriot.
So if you know this guy, let us know. So,
all right. There you go.
Do you have any more topics?
I did.
My name is Shane Parsons.
I did something over the weekend I wanted to get your take on. So a friend of the show, Micah Wyman, hosted a comedy game show at Third Coast. So I went and saw this. And it actually had a pretty interesting format. So the format is they have 2 stand-up comedians, 2 improv comedians, and 2 sketch comedians that compete in a game show where they do their material, and then they have to like do various, they have to do their material, then they have to do another type of comedy that's not their type of comedy and some other stuff. But it had me thinking, if you had to pick one genre of comedy, which one would you hone in on? And what do you think of all 3 genres? And is there a missing genre here?
I mean, my favorite of the 3 to watch is stand-up.
So just to be clear, so we got everyone knows what a stand-up comedian. Sketch comedy is something like Kids in the Hall or
Saturday Night Live, Mad TV.
Right. And then improv would be probably the most famous as Whose Line Is It Anyway?
So you've named 2 actual type of comedians. So a stand-up comedian, they're legit, they're real.
They're real.
Sketch comedy, they're legit, they're real. But improv comics can go jump off a bridge because that's not really real. It's fake.
Wow.
It's literally just.
Why? You never liked Whose Line Is It?
It's fake. That's a fake show. It's scripted. I hate to tell you that. I know it broke your heart right there. I know it's. What would you give that on the last show? Whoa. You come after John week after week after week after week. So you love Whose Line Is It Anyway? With the piped-in laughter, you love the show.
There was,
so
first off, let me defend myself.
No, you got to rank it, then defend it.
Okay.
How many?
There's 2 eras of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
They both are shit.
There is the Drew Carey, and then there's one before that.
The British
that was
guy.
shot in front of a live studio audience.
British guy.
Yeah. Whatever his name was, British guy.
So good.
That's what we'll say.
So good guy, British guy.
Yeah, I watched a lot of British guy era Whose Line Is It Anyway?
What?
And you did too.
What? And I did. It was corny. What do you give it? 1 to 5 laugh track scale. What do you give?
The British era?
Sure.
Probably it was up there. Probably 3 or 4 or 5.
No, you can't say 3, 4, or 5.
4.
Which what? 4.
4. I watched a lot of Whose Line Is It.
What about the Drew Carey era?
I never really watched that. I was done with it at that point.
Really?
And really, it's Drew Carey.
What do you have against Drew Carey?
Not my favorite.
I think it's Wayne. Wayne Brady. He's got something against Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady gonna have to. What'd he say? Choke a bitch or smack a bitch?
Anyway.
Smack a bitch.
So, you think improv comics not funny?
They're
John?
not comics. They're not.
Okay,
They're just like we could do improv right now. It's not funny.
We got your worthless opinion.
I mean,
no,
they won, by the way.
We
they
at
won
least they wanted something.
A few of our listeners may know that we kind of did a sketch show years ago.
Right.
But the thing is our sketch show was partially improv.
Well, it's sketch though because it actually had a storyline that followed through.
But that's
we
what
said
improv
we kind
kinda
of
has a
set up.
story.
We set something up and then we just rolled with it.
Improv is, John, every time I take a drink out of this, you know it is Drano, but I'm going to keep drinking out of it, and you can't let me know because this guy over here, he's a Dr. Kevorkian, and he's trying to get rid of me the easy way. All right, begin scene. Like, all right, dude, I'm out. I'm out right now. This is so stupid. I don't want to do it. Sketch comedy, it's
Well, I mean, that
beginning
scenario
and
doesn't
payoff.
have a comedic presence.
Not improv comedy does not.
Then I would agree with you. It's stupid.
Thank you. Turn to my
but-
What did you think of Whose Line Is It Anyway? British era. Or Drew Carey, whatever.
Stupid. John,
Some
we're
moments were
about.
funny, but like David said, I think a lot of this stuff was pre-written.
Oh, I know it was. The writers went on radio shows and said this is pre-written. Do you think anyone?
It's
could,
not.
could
It would
yeah.
not be. It would not be hard to arrange that stuff to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Even with a live
Okay,
audience.
True. But
Granted, the audience yells out ideas. You have one plant and you're done.
Yeah.
Boom.
How do you rank these comedians or whatever?
I laughed at the improv. I thought they did a good job. And then when people,
Some of it was funny, but I mean, some of it wasn't.
Improv's not funny. I'm just going to tell you. Like, if you laugh at it, you just have no sense of humor, which, I mean,
I
you
don't know.
really don't. So, I mean, it explains a
Wow.
lot.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Hating on the improvs. Got it. Okay. So
I mean,
stand up number one for you always.
For us being like 20
yeah.
and 21 years old, I thought our stuff was better
yeah, for sure.
than that.
Than Whose
Line
Line?
is? Yes.
Wow, you've got no basis. No bias. Sorry. No bias.
It was. Anyway, so, okay. So, we ranked them. I ranked two. One doesn't exist, so.
I just thought it was a fun premise.
I mean, here's what you come to me. I want you to rank the following football teams. Like, all right, okay, Dallas Cowboys, okay, Houston Texans, and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You're like, wait, the last one's not really a football team. That's improv comedy. It's not comedy.
Well, you
right?
could said like the lingerie.
Sure, the
bowl
the
girls,
lingerie football league, whatever.
Yeah, that at least would have been. Some
Hey.
people would say they prefer to watch lingerie bowl. I'm sure.
I would. Over
Or
what?
puppy bowl.
Oh, over improv.
Yeah.
Oh, I would watch anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
Some people would say
Oh, I
over
got
the
you.
Dallas Cowboys or
You know,
regular football.
Isn't that crazy? There is literally lingerie football league here, like for real, like legit. There's one in Nashville.
Where do they play?
I guess I don't know. I guess at the municipal or something. I have no idea.
I don't think they are big enough to play at the municipal.
I'm telling you, they do exist because somebody I know likes them on Facebook or something. Or I think we were going to get them on the old podcast or something. But anyway,
We got to go. That's just one time.
I don't know. You think?
I don't think my wife would be too keen
See,
on
I
that.
don't
Here's
think
the
the old
thing.
lady would be cool with that. Yeah.
Take her with you. They really do play. I've watched like a,
Oh, no,
a
yeah.
video of it. They're out there like hustling and playing, and they don't want to be known for
They hit hard.
the lingerie or something. I don't know. It's a weird concept.
From
for
the
sure.
chat. Oh no, not Gillian's Gay Island. All right, that was from our long lost sketch show. If you really want to see that sketch, maybe you can email me. Maybe we'll send it to you. Maybe not. That should be a Patreon. If you give us $2,000, we'll send you Gilligan's Gay Island.
What about people
See, the
paying
thing
you
is,
not to send it to them?
we'd probably make more money.
Gilligan's Gay Island.
You will have to watch this clip unless you send us.
I mean, you have to say it's 2019 now. Looking back, that is really bad taste.
Me, Johnny Kitty sat down and went, you know, it'd be funny.
The fact that you're still laughing about it to this
was
day
so
is a little awkward.
What if we kick all the women off the island
All right.
because they're gay?
It was Gilligan's Gay Island. man.
I know.
What
I'm
if
familiar.
Gilligan, the skipper, and the professor were gay? That
Well,
was
there were rumors back in the day that Bob Denver was gay, and so that's
not where I went with it. I just thought it'd be funny if Gilligan's Gay Island. But anyway, that being said, is that all the topics we got? Because I think this would be a perfect segue to go into Dear John. So here it is, the internet's favorite segment, Dear John. All right, it's time for Dear John. Someone has written in, and John's going to try to give them advice. Lee will read it. Go.
This one comes in. Dear John, I'm a transgender male who has grown up in an area where many people discourage such things. They view what I am as a sin and me as a sinful satanic child. My parents are against anything different, including the LGBT community. I've already gone through top surgery, but they don't know about it. What they do know is that I am bisexual. How do I tell them that I am male from sinful child?
So you're saying you live in Alabama?
Or evidently Tennessee.
I wouldn't say anything to them. It seems like they kind of wrote you off, and just be done with them if they're not going to accept you the way you really feel. Just wipe your hands of them.
Wipe your hands of them.
Well, I wanted to break
Wipe
this
your
down.
hands on them.
Because I'm just being honest. The transgendered entire thing is always confusing to me. I got to get at my bearings on this. I am a transgender male.
Male.
So that means they were born, like biologically speaking, not what they are, but when they were on the earth, when they came out as a baby, they were a...
Well, I mean, I guess if you're transgender,
if you were looking at
more
it,
than likely a female, but there are rare cases that you could be
but most likely this was
hermaphroditic or something.
If we were in the living room, we'd say that's a girl, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that's what that means.
I would hope we would say that they're male now.
No, I said as a baby when they were born. Okay.
I think he's just trying to get his bearings. Like,
Yes, so-
for the terminology. And
So I'm pretty
everything.
sure that's what transgender means. You're
Okay.
making a transition from
Okay.
female to
so
male.
I am a transgender male. So born a female, but
transitioning
felt they were a man.
into a man.
They grew up in an area where many people discourage things. Yes, anywhere in the South. They view them sin, blah, blah, blah. Which I'm sure, difficult life. I feel for you. I've already gone through top surgery, which means breasts removed.
I assume.
Okay. But they don't know about it. What they do know is that I'm bisexual. Now that's quite the twist right there that I'm very confused about. So they do know that I'm bisexual. Do they know they're transgendered or
No?
Okay. So how
I
do
don't
they-
think so.
So you went and got your breasts removed, as far as I can tell. If your parents don't know that, then something's kind of weird, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like, that would be very bizarre. Like, if a transgender female was your child, and
if you had small breasts already as a female,
That's true, I
it
guess.
might not be.
But would you go through the
that
trouble
noticeable.
of getting the surgery done if they were already
Yeah,
small?
sure. If you don't feel comfortable in your own body, but also it depends on the style of clothing you wear. If you're a female, if you're born female and you feel ashamed of your body, you're probably going to wear baggy clothes to already try to hide the fact. Especially if you're having surgery to remove them, probably you're wearing clothes that already remove them at least to other people.
Right.
You know, I'd assume.
all right, well, how do I tell them I'm male? Well, how does she or he?
John said just
but how
wipe your hands on them.
But no, he wants to tell them that he's a male. How would he do that? What's the best way to do it? You can't
Just be straightforward. If you really want to tell them, just be honest.
Maybe one of those exploding gender reveal bombs that kill everyone or something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's rough. Like I said, it's very, and I'm a 40-something-year-old white straight male who lives in the South. So,
I think that the term is cis, brother.
I'm a cis, but I don't like that term, so I'm not going to use
You
it.
say it.
Say it. I'm a straight white male, 40-something years old in the South.
You say
and I mean, I think I'm somewhat progressive, but even still, this stuff still leaves me a little bit. It leaves me a little bit of vertigo at times, trying to understand all of it. Understanding sexuality and sexual identity and who's this and who's that, and I just really feel for the person. I mean, I can't imagine. I don't know how old this person is, but I'm sure they have not lived a very good life as far as relationship with their parents. Who knows they're bisexual, so at least you got that. And might as well go, hey, guess what? I'm also a guy. So I don't know. Is there any tips you would give them? Just sit them down and just blast them with the truth gun, huh?
John just said, walk away.
So just screw the parents?
I mean, if it seems like, based on the letter, it seems like they were already judging this person already.
Well, John, but yeah.
I mean, you walked away from your dad, didn't you?
No, my dad walked away from me.
Right, so what's the difference?
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different. I mean, my dad was just kind of a weirdo. I mean, I wasn't.
Does your dad know that you have a daughter?
Yes, he liked my post the other day on
okay.
Facebook, which I thought was interesting. But anyway, Yeah, he's definitely seen the pictures. I mean, I know he Facebook creeps, but he does. I mean, he liked my profile picture, which is a whole family we just took. So I don't know, kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, it seems like if he's liking photos, he's the one that's reaching out. You're the one that's not reaching out.
I
So
mean,
it seems like you're the one that walked away.
Is that reaching out, liking a photo?
It's better when you're not liking any of his photos.
He doesn't post any.
How do you know?
Because he doesn't post any photos.
Yeah, I would say you probably in that situation, you probably need to surround yourself with like-minded people, or at least people who understand. Because it sounds like he is admitting to living in an area where the lifestyle that they want to use is probably dangerous. You know?
Maybe people can change.
Mentally dangerous, which is just as bad,
It could
honestly,
be.
right? So you need to find some place in the world where you can live a good life, like you said. They probably have had a very trying, challenging life, and nobody really needs that in their life, right? I mean, maybe a story of perseverance is best, but you're probably
It's
not.
hard.
You're probably not
guess.
writing into this show if you're a perseverer. I'm
That's
just
true.
guessing.
I don't know. It's easy to give up on people. It's easy just
Here's
to
what you
cut
do.
them loose.
You seek out and find the Shadow Patriot. And
Oh,
he'll
no.
protect
There
you
you
from...
go. Well, the chat just said just go to Thanksgiving shirtless. That's their advice from the chat. More than one person said it at different times.
I don't
so.
like the whole.
I don't think you should do
I don't think
something
men
like that
should be
for
walking
a family.
around shirtless.
Well, the name that said
honestly.
it, Jeffrey Tortorella. Show them, take your shirt off, and then kiss a girl.
All right,
So there you
Jeffrey,
go.
we need you to show
So
up.
there you go.
We need you to show up to Thanksgiving shirtless.
That is Dear Jeffrey this week.
Keep it in the family.
There you go. Tackling transgender problems one day at a time. Speaking of, in the next couple of weeks, we will be having Raquel Red on the show. So we'll look forward to that.
Exciting.
Yes, always a good time with Raquel Red. So, yeah, we've had a good chat tonight. Everything's good.
Speaking of Raquel Red, that would be an awesome show. The Shadow Patriot
And Raquel Red.
Raquel
Yikes.
together.
I don't know. I would really.
Patrolling downtown.
God, I hope I run into that guy one day. I really do. I really would like to talk to him 100%. There's so many questions I have. And he's probably a psychopath. But still, it's Lee's house, not mine. So what's the worst that
No,
could
we're
happen?
doing that one at your house.
If you want to drive out there, I've always said I'm good for it.
Okay.
So I don't know. You'll have to pick him up because you don't have a car. He's on disability probably. But all right, Thanksgiving is coming up, so probably not going to have a show next week, or we are. What's going on with this? I know we're not on Thanksgiving, obviously. So, Lee, I'm going to set to you to make the final call. Is next week a rest week, or is it party, or is it podcast week?
I think it's a rest week. I think
All right.
people need a break.
Rest week, Thanksgiving.
Unless the Shadow Patriot
contacts us. Well, there you go.
You know,
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Before we end,
Go ahead.
the Shadow Patriot reminds me of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
A little bit, yeah.
That's where I'm going with that.
I don't know. Kip was.
Are you sure that's not Brett Withers? Like 100% sure. 'Cause I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people put that out there as a theory.
I feel like Brent Weathers is a very bleeding heart liberal, right?
Maybe that's the whole point.
This is not the kind of behavior.
No, but that's the whole point. This is like who.
Oh, he's kind of
deep
like
down-
you.
Deep
with
down.
the bougie restaurants and the steak.
Yes. This
And
is secret, yeah.
And what kind of drink was it again? The pina coladas.
Yes.
If it doesn't have a maitre d', I'm not eating it.
Yeah. So this is the
But
true.
at night, he dons his
Yes.
the bougie eater.
At night, David dons his lap napkin as he goes out.
The steak will be mine.
That's got to be the show title. Lap napkin. Woo, all right. Well, we have come to the end of this crazy show we've done. Once again, thank you so much for listening and hanging out the live chat. Hopefully, look for the Blame Your Brother lap napkins going out
Real soon.
But hey, before that comes out, you need to go check out the website, blameyourbro.com. That's our website where you can get all the good stuff, all the links to social media, all the ways to grab the podcast. And Christmas is coming up. We are hoping you're going to buy everything on Amazon, and we're hoping you'll use the link on the website to do so. Yes, go to blameyourbro.com, click on the Amazon link, and every purchase you make, we will get a small percentage of the sales. It will not cost you anything extra, so that helps us out immensely. And if you want to buy the gift that keeps on giving, get your family members and friends a Blame Your Brother t-shirt, which you can do from Blame Your Brother, which is an Amazon exclusive. So if you want to do that as well, purchase a t-shirt. And if you want to write in John, get his advice, you can do that. There's an email form there. You can email us about the show, questions, anything like that. And don't forget, we're streamed every Tuesday on radiovegas.rocks and every Friday at comingrightenup.org. Go check out those streaming services. And if you get really brave, hit that send a voicemail, and you can send us a voicemail. We'd love to hear your beautiful voice.
And we may even play you on the air.
Probably will, unless you're, I don't know, probably will, because we need the content. So there we go. That's it. BlameYourBro.com. With that being said, Lee, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.